This Instagram profile is 6 weeks old and has a reach of 6.9 million people just by posting faceless reels. And this account grew to 85,000 followers in just 2 months, and it's making thousands of dollars each week. And there are many more like it, and not just on Instagram, but on other platforms as well. A lot of these channels are even monetized on YouTube and TikTok, so people are making a lot of money posting these. So after seeing the success of these channels, I wanted to find out how hard it is to create reels like this and how long does it take, and I was surprised. In this video, I want to show you how you can create 100 faceless reels in under 10 minutes with just 2 free AI tools that you're already probably using. I'm going to give you the step-by-step process of how you can do the same for your profile, no matter what industry you're in or the size of your audience. The process is super easy, so you'll definitely want to try it out and create these types of reels either as your main content or just as filler posts for when you run out of time. And that's every other day for me, so this will definitely come in handy. And by the way, this is the perfect timing to try this because faceless content is trending all over social media platforms. Alright, so let's jump to the computer and get into it. But first, subscribe and tap that bell icon for more videos like this. So first we have to come up with ideas. We want to have some variety in our content, and that's why we're gonna come up with 4 different types of posts and create 25 videos for each one, which equates to 100 reels. So I'm gonna post content related to social media growth for businesses, and these are the categories I'm going with: tips, industry mistakes, quotes, and industry myths. You can use these across all industries, but of course you don't have to pick the same ones. You can choose whatever you want here. You can also ask ChatGPT for ideas. You can type in, create a list of daily social media post ideas. And as you can see, it will give you some good ones like answer questions, quotes, tips, movie or book recommendations, interesting facts, and so on. You can also do tools or hacks, so basically anything that can be presented with a short text. Alright, so now let's jump to the next step, which is creating content for our posts. And by creating content, I mean asking ChatGPT to create our content. Alright, so let's type in a prompt. When coming up with a prompt, you want it to be as specific as possible because the more info you give to the algorithm, the better the output is going to be. So let's include the form we want our text to be. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT to create a list. Let's also include the number of tips you want, the type of tips we want, and the language we want ChatGPT to use. So I'm going to write, keep the language casual and don't use jargon. Alright, so this is my prompt. Create a list of 25 Instagram tips for businesses. And I also added that not many people know about because I don't want generic tips everyone's heard of before. Use casual language and don't use jargon. Alright, so ChatGPT gave us the list. Now let's just scan through these. If you don't like one of them, you can always ask ChatGPT to create another list of 25 and just pick the ones you like. You can also tweak the prompt if you don't like what ChatGPT comes up with. You want this to be as good as possible, right? So try and avoid the super generic ones that everyone's heard of before. So really take a minute here and try to pick the ones that stand out. Alright, so for the sake of this video, let's say I'm happy with these. So now I'm gonna copy and paste them to Google Sheets. There you go. And then we'll just repeat the process for the other 3 categories, but create a different spreadsheet for each one. So now let's save it as a CVS and go to the next step, which is creating videos. So to do this, we're gonna use Canva. Alright, so now let's search for Instagram Reel templates. Alright, so these are a bit too generic for me, so I'm gonna add business quote because I want Canva to show me templates with short text in the middle of the screen, right? Alright, so let's say I like this one. I'm gonna click on it, click customize this template, and change the text on top. So for my first 25 reels, which are all tips, I'm gonna write tip of the day on top. For quotes, I would write quote of the day, so something generic that can be applied to all 25 reels in your category. You can also change fonts and colors to match your brand aesthetic. I'm gonna change the font so it's a bit easier to read. I'm also going to be changing the background videos later, so it's not the same for all tips. Now here comes the cool part. Click on this apps icon, scroll down and click bulk create. Click on upload the CSV and just upload the file we created earlier. Alright, so here you're going to see that our upload was successful. Now we're just going to have to tell Canva which text we want it to replace. So click on the main text, 3 dots, and connect data. This is my first tip, so I'm going to click on it and boom, it appears on the screen. You can change the position, the size, or the line spacing to make it look a bit better. Alright, so once we like the results, we're gonna click continue and create the rest of the 24 pages. This will literally take a minute or two, guys, so just go through them quickly and adjust them a little bit. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you how you can switch the videos so that they're not all the same. You can find them in the videos section of Canva. I want the videos to match the content, so I'm gonna search for keywords like office laptop, coffee, office desk flat lay, person typing, and so on. When you find the one you like, just drag it here and replace the old video with a new one. I'm not gonna do all 25 different ones though. I'm gonna choose a few and create a mix. If you have your own footage, you can use that as well. Then just export the videos by clicking share, download, MP4, and download pages as separate files. This is really important, guys, because if you don't click this, Canva's gonna export it as one video. And download. Now there you have it. We just created 25 reels in a few minutes. Now you just have to repeat the process with other categories and boom, you're done. So now you have 100 reels on your phone ready to post. Imagine the liberating feeling when you know you got a huge bank of content already created and saved on your phone. And if you'd like to incorporate more AI tools into your content creation process, check out this video, where I share my top 10 AI tools. And if you want to dive deeper into content creation for businesses and creators and social media growth, check out my course. I'll put the link in the description. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!